still. Rubber burns on concrete. Fight for glory, thrill to kill. To the finish line we drive. Screeching wheels we come alive. Speak demons through the night. Racing with all our might. Fuel gauge dancing low. Sweat drips, countdown slow. Wind cutting faces now. Victory, a solemn vow. To the finish line we drive. Screeching wheels we come alive. Speed demons through the night. Racing with all our might. With all our might. Fuel gauge dancing low. Sweat drips, countdown slow. Wind cutting faces now. Victory, our solemn vow. To the finish line we drive. Screeching wheels we come alive. Speak demons through the night. Racing with all our might. Adrenaline rush we crave. Pushing past edges brave. Life in fast lane feeding fire. Tracks our only true desire. Helmet on focused eyes. Crowds roar reaches skies. Pit stop seconds to spare. In this war no place for care. To the finish line we drive. Screeching wheels we come alive. Speed demons through the night. Racing with all our might.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we get ready to rock and roll here this afternoon as the Bulletproof Motorsports Late Model Series live in action, ready to rock and roll here from the beautiful Iowa Speedway. Little home track advantage here from my boy Sweet T, Ty Dickinson coming in, showing the love here on the broadcast. Papa Mike and Mama Bear and Brightsy Bear all coming in, showing the love with those heart reactions as well, showing the love here in this one. Caleb Todd coming in with that share. Michael Murdoch coming in with that thumbs up as well, as Ty says, good luck team and Ty. Oh gosh. Mama Bear says, nice track in the state of Iowa. Yes, ma'am, you know it. Just kidding. I'm a loner in this league. Oh, brother, that's sad. That's sad. I'm not on your team. Rude, right? Rude, Justin. How rude. How rude. You're just coming in here wishing him luck and everything else, and that's what you get is, yo, brother Mike coming in, showing the love as well. What's good? Secondary Michael Dickinson coming in, showing the love. Mike Jr. dropping the thumbs up and says, good luck, Ty. Don't screw this up, as Mama Bear says, come on, Ty. Dickinson is Sweet T, Ty himself, and Justin James Young, both coming in with the heart reactions, coming in showing the love here in this one as practice quickly coming to a close here this afternoon. We're getting closer and closer to seeing the checkered flag here on this practice session, where we'll see these drivers jump out onto the racetrack for a little bit of qualifying, as Ely, Pankow, Michael Light are top three here in this practice section. James Miller up into the top five here with a good lap time out there on the speedway. We do see Ryan Carnegie out there in the beautiful 79 ride. Caleb Todd out there as well in that JP Designs number 51. There's Tyler Carnegie. Dwayne Worley out there as well in that 05 ride, looking fresh out there on the speedway. The double Forbes machine, the 44 ride of Aaron Benschneider sliding out there. There's Matthew Peacock, Jeffrey Anders as well. All these drivers getting their last couple seconds of practice in here this afternoon. As Ty says, as long as that Ely dude wins, boo Ely, boo Ely. Yeah. As long as he doesn't win, I think is what you're trying to say. Is Michael Dickinson says, how did Tyler get lapped in practice? Yeah, we had to make sure that he had to start deeper in the field here for this race. You know, he's too good. We got to make sure that he starts the lap down. He's got to get that lap back out there on the racetrack. That's for certain. As Ryan Carnegie, what's good, Ryan? Ryan coming in, showing the love here in this one. Carnegie coming in, showing the love with that like on the stream. I always got to remember it's Carnegie. Carnegie coming in, showing the love here in this one. Ryan with the like on the stream. Dimitri Curtis, what's good, Dimitri? Dimitri coming in, showing the love as well with the heart reaction. How are you, Dimitri? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day as we get ready to play and drivers get ready to rock and roll here. Practice just coming to a close. Qualifying just getting started. Here comes Michael Murdoch. Murdoch out there in the BC Racing number 41, right? The RC Paints, number 41, looking good out there on the speedway. Matthew Peacock, he's out there as well in that 41. Here comes Randall Autry out there as well as, my boy Ryan Carnegie! Carnegie coming in, showing the love here in this one. Carnegie with the 45-star bombing here this afternoon, showing the love here in the broadcast. I appreciate that, brother. Now being the big D of the day for Ryan Carnegie. Out there on the racetrack is Carnegie, is the RC Racing, BC Racing, the RC Paints number 79 ride slides out there onto the speedway. The Ryan Carnegie Paints number 79 looking fresh out there on the speedway is right now. It is the number 36 ride of Josh Ely. Ely with the quick time here in this one. Matthew Peacock will jump up into second. Ty Dickinson now third fastest out there on the speedway is the E&D Farms. Number 67 ride, that Papa Mike Promotions Peacemaker Racing 67 machine looking fresh out there on the speedway, and he's going to jump up into second there, that second lap a little quicker, and he jumps right in behind Josh Ely here on the timesheet. So a good lap time so far out of Ty Dickinson, but he won't stay in second for long as Will Klein. Klein will jump up into P2. Woo! Great lap time there for the 09 Laser Engraving Bulletproof Motorsports number 5 ride as Will Klein now up into position number 2 here as we see more drivers hop out there onto the racetrack. Here comes that 3 machine, the beautiful Down South Production number 3 ride out there on the speedways. The Pecker Stepper Motorsports machine out there on the racetrack looks good always there in that 3 ride. We'll see what Jeffrey Anders can do here tonight as we do see Michael Light jumps up into position number 2 is Mama Bear! Mama Bear coming in, setting it off. What in the world? Mama Bear coming in with the 67-star bombing here in this one as well. She says, hold my purse, I'll be the big D of the day as Mama Bear jumps to the top of the charts and starts a star party challenge, a star party here this afternoon. Your audience has been challenged to send stars in the next 5 minutes. Encourage them to reach the goal. Oh, baby, ladies and gentlemen, hit that goal, baby. Let's hit the star party this afternoon as Ty Dickinson says, I have 2 targets. One is Victory Lane. Second target is unnamed. Unnamed. Okay, we'll keep that in the back of our minds. We'll see who you take out here tonight if you can't find Victory Lane. I'm just joking. I'm just joshing with you as we do see Pankow out there. Here comes that beautiful silver bullet machine onto the racetrack. The GP Designs Bulletproof Motorsports ride is going to jump to the top of the speed charts. Quick time here for Tyson Pankow. Pankow with the quickest lap out there on the speedway. That'll knock Ty Dickinson outside the top 5 here for our starting grid as only a couple of drivers left to qualify here. Aaron Benschneider and Charles Minders. Minders out there on the speedway as well in that 66 ride. I feel like I have to sneeze, and I don't want to. I don't want to sneeze, but I feel it coming. I don't want to sneeze as Aaron Benschneider jumps up into position number 12 as what in the world? Papa Mother Fluffin' Mike, are you kidding me? Papa Mike coming in with a 1,200-star bombing the Big D energy coming from Papa Mike, the Big D of the day, coming in showing the massive love here in this one with a 1,200 stars. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Yes, Ty, I appreciate that. Let's get some hashtag Papa Mike's up in the chat right now. Hashtag Papa Mike up in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely insane. Coming with the 1,200 stars. Mama Bear says, really? Really, Papa Mike? Really? You had to just show her up like that, didn't you? I'm just kidding. I appreciate both you guys and everybody that comes in and donates and helps support the channel and myself, man. I can't thank you guys enough. Always showing the love, man. The Dickinson family, the Carnegies, everybody in the community that always comes in and helps us along here on Peacemaker Gaming as qualifying coming to a end here in this one. As Tyne says, kick his ass, Mama Bear. Kick his ass is Greg Beasley Jr. What's good, Greg? Greg coming in with that like on the stream as well. Jeffrey Anders coming in with that share on the broadcast. I appreciate that, fellas. As Justin says, he's grounded. He's grounded. Yeah, send him to his room. He's grounded. Papa Mike, how dare you be such a kind, generous, beautiful human being? Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. No, just kidding. Maddie, Mr. Taylor. Matt, what's good, brother? Matt coming in, showing the love here as well with that heart reaction. How are you, Maddie? How you doing this afternoon, Matt? Coming in, showing the love here in this one as we get ready to race here, ladies and gentlemen. The action is just about to get started. 75 laps of back and forth battling door to door, elbows up racing here from the beautiful state of Iowa, because we're at Iowa Speedway here this evening for the Bulletproof Late Model Series. I believe this is race number 4 of the season here, so we're about halfway to go here on the season, and that means we're getting closer and closer to seeing who can pick up our championship. I do believe I feel like I looked at the standings earlier and I thought it was potentially number 36 right of Ely, who was holding down the top spot here in points right now. We'll have to double check. It is Josh Ely, Pankow, Tyler Carnegie right there behind him for the top 3 here in our point standings, which is absolutely insane. It's, yo, Papa Mike, what are we doing here, Papa Mike? Papa Mike coming in, setting it off again. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, Papa Mike? Coming in with another 536 stars. The big mother fluffin' D of the day. Let's get some hashtag Papa Mikes back up in the chat here once again. More Papa Mikes here for Papa Mike coming in, showing the absolute just generosity of a lifetime here again this afternoon, man. We appreciate everything that Papa Mike does and everyone that he supports, not only just myself, but all these racing series, all these race cars, and everyone that he cheers for and hopes to have good races. It's been too long, buddy. It's been way too long, Maddie. It's been way too long, brother. I'm glad to see you in here, though, coming in, showing the love here. And hey, it's all about, just being here when it counts, brother. And right now it counts, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Some people, they are around for a little bit. You never see them again. Other people, man, they always come back, and that's what we like to see. We always like to see, people get busy. Life happens. Things get tough, but when they come back, man, it always brings such a big smile. And it blesses my heart seeing you guys come back in and show the love here on the broadcast as we get ready to rock and roll here from Iowa. It is Tyson Pankow out in front, who will start on the pole. Josh Ely there to his outside. Then we see Michael Light there in position number 3. Will Klein will start back there in 4th with the 67 ride of Ty Dickinson, who will start up inside the top 5. The E&D Farms ride. The Papa Mike Promotions Mama Bear Machine there in 5th. Aaron Benschneider, the 44, back there in 6th. Then we see Matthew Peacock, James Miller, James Powell, Tyler Carnegie, Ryan Carnegie, Randall Autry, Charles Minders, Michael Murdoch, Gregory Beasley, Caleb Codd, Jeffrey Anders, and Dwayne Worley bringing up the rear of the field as we will end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are quickly green flag racing here from Iowa Speedway. As the 91 of Tyson Pankow will lead us down the back straightaway. Josh Ely looking to go from the outside lane to the inside lane down the back straightaway in through 3 and 4. Looking for a big run, trying to get to the back bumper of that 91 ride. As here comes Michael Lipe right there on their back bumper, as we saw earlier in the season. I do believe our first race of the season. We came here to Iowa. We had a really good show. There was quite a few caution flags, but other than that, we saw some great racing action. Light looked at potentially being the driver going to the checkered flag. Unfortunately, a couple late race caution flags sent him backwards, got tied up in a few different things, and did not get the finish that he was looking for. But after picking up the win last week, Light looking to try to go back-to-back here this afternoon. It's Corey Benschneider. What's good, Corey? Corey coming in, dropping that thumbs up here on the broadcast as Matt Taylor says, hashtag no P brakes needed. No P brakes needed. That's 100% right for everybody else. Ty Dickinson, though, on the other hand, I mean, he's got the catheter, so he should be good. He should be good here tonight. I don't think he's going to need to worry about it here, so he'll be all right. He'll be locked in all this race. So we saw Ty the last couple weeks, man. He's been right there running inside that top 5, up into the top 3, and potentially putting this 67 ride back up into victory lane as we see a battle at the front of the field. Josh Ely looking to make that early move, trying to get around that 91 of Tyson Pankow, looking to try to take that top spot away and down through 1 and 2. He'll make that pass, and now we have Josh Ely leading the race here in this one. As Matt Taylor says, I love how you just said that out loud. I know, right? I know. Well, hey, you know what? I didn't mean to. It just came out. I thought everybody knew, but I suppose probably everybody doesn't. But nonetheless, I digress. I apologize, Ty, if you didn't want that out there. But we'll clip that out. We'll clip that out. Make sure that it's out of there. As Josh Ely out in front, leading the way. Michael Light there in second with Tyson Pankow. Will Klein right there in third and fourth. It's unfortunately for Light. He's up into that second spot. He's looking for one more. Tyson Pankow sliding backwards here a couple positions as Ty Dickinson up a couple spots here as he was benefactor of, he's going from 7th up into 5th there for the starting grid. And here he is looking to try to make a count. Rolling perfectly there in that 5th position. Tyler Carnegie back there in position number 6 with Aaron Benschneider back there in 7th. Matthew Peacock, James Powell, and Ryan Carnegie rounding out our top 10. He's trying to hold off Charles Miners. Miners is another one of those drivers that we've seen some really good speed out of this 66 ride. He's just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's got tied up in a couple different things, and unfortunately has gotten pretty tore up out there on the racetrack a few times out there on the speedway. But nonetheless, man, he continues to impress week after week after week as James Miller sliding backwards here, the 22 ride, all the way from 8th now back into position number 12, and unfortunately trying to race his way back up inside the top 10. As Randall Autry, Michael Murdoch right there, and then you see that 51 of Caleb Todd. Todd rolls there in that 15th position with Dwayne Worley trying to rock and roll around the outside of him as that Junkyard Jet trying to race his way back up towards the front of the field. Jeffrey Anders right there as well as the Down South Production number 3 machine. Normally we see him in that 999 ride, but now rolling and sticking with that 3 car here this afternoon, and he's back here in that 17th position, looking to try to move into 16th here and see if he can get a couple of lucky breaks, maybe some different tire strategies, maybe get this Cars Tour number 3 machine up and into a good finish this afternoon as Gregory Beasley Jr. back here in the 28 ride. Good to see Gregory out there on the speedway as the Cars Tour, the Z-Max Cars Tour number 28 ride, bringing up the rear of the field here in this one as Josh Ely out in front, continue to lead the way, continue to show Michael Lipe and Tyson Pankow and the rest of the field how to navigate this race and navigate this racetrack all together as we're already clicking off a pretty good amount of laps here. Already 11 laps completed. We're working towards, seeing that 50 laps to go and potentially seeing that first green flag pit stop right around the corner here just a little bit. I'm not sure how long these guys can go, but I'm assuming it's going to be somewhere around lap number 30 to lap number 40, maybe even cut it right down the middle if you can make it to lap 35. I think all these drivers are going to try to at least make it to that point, maybe go a little bit beyond lap 35, but we may see other drivers, roll the dice, come down a little earlier, use the fresher tires to their advantage, and see if they can use that to leapfrog some of the other cats out there on the racetrack. Is I don't know if that's going to work out or not. The tire fall off really hasn't been too much here the last little bit. These guys are still rolling right around where they started here. You know, maybe a tenth of a second off. 2/10 maybe here and there, but really everybody's still right there running some really good lap times up and through the top 10, top 15 as we do see Ty Dickinson. Ty slides back into position number 6 now as the 161 Tyler Carnegie is able to work himself up and into that 5th position. Carnegie is one of those drivers that's inside our top 3 here for the point standings in the PC Racing RC Paints number 161 machine. Looking to have another strong run here this afternoon. We did see this 161 finish up inside the top 3 here at Iowa to start this season, and being back here, he's got to have some good confidence. He knows he's got a good car and a good pace that he may be a player here this afternoon before it's too late, as he's got Will Klein right there in front of him. Tyson Pankow trying to work back to the rear bumper of that number 26 as the 26 machine trying to stay there in that second spot, but looking to try to chase down our race leader as that 36 machine, the 09 laser engraving, the Boo KC Speedworks Bulletproof Motorsports number 36, right? The Milner Media Designs, Papa Mike Promotions 36 rolls there in position number 1, trying to keep all these drivers back there at bay as they're sticking right through his back bumper. Has been able to pull away with this one, and we do see our first caution flag of the day fly. Our first yellow flag will be displayed. You see the DMT number 22 ride of James Miller turned around right there. This is not the way Miller wanted things to start. You see that left front pretty busted up right here. That tire weeble wobbling. Looks like something broke in there. He's trying to stay on the lead lap right now as the pace car coming down the back straightaway. He's hoping to get down pit side, trying to get a quick pit stop in here. I'm not sure how easily this car is going to turn, but let's take a look back and see what happens here to the 22 as 41 underneath of him right here, and maybe just a little extra contact, and unfortunately that's exactly what we see. Contact right there. 22 gets spun around. Oh, and the junkyard jet cleans him out right there. And that's what helps him get up into the outside fence. Good, hard door-to-door racing. Unfortunately, the 41 just gets a little loose. Washes up the racetrack. Makes that contact. The 22 sliding sideways as the Miller Racing Photography 22 ride, still sliding, trying to keep it clean. Here comes that 5, the junkyard jack, gonna slam right into him. Heavy contact for both of those drivers. Caleb Todd able to just avoid him there. Same with that 38, the 3 right of Anders, all able to get around him, but that contact with the 5 and then the outside fence. Heavy damage there for the 22. Looks like a lot of drivers coming down pit side, including Ty Dickinson, looking to try to use some newer tires early in this race to potentially their advantage. See James Powell, Randall Autry in the 38 rides down pit side. Caleb Todd, Gregory Beasley Jr., Michael Murdoch, all these drivers headed down pit road trying to get some repairs done to their race cars and looking to get back out there onto the speedway, maybe use those fresh tires to their advantage. Is John Schmidt, Grandpa Schmidt coming in showing the love. Chris Muse coming in showing the love as well with that like on the stream as John Schmidt with the thumbs up, the smiley face and the heart smiley face coming in showing the love here. And this one is Ty Dickinson says laugh out loud, says Ty. Bryce is W. Hey, we like W's up in here. We like the dubs. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let's get a round of applause here for last night's performance. Philadelphia Eagles, World Mother Fluffin' Champions. Let's get some W's up in the chat for Jalen Hurts and Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell, our entire O-line, our entire defense, man. Zach Bond, all those guys, man, they played absolutely surreal yesterday. And what an absolute run that they had, man, in dominant fashion. Refs can't play any flags if you just beat them straight up out there and dominate that whole game. And we're not even talking about the shitty 16 points in garbage time when we have our secondaries out there. We don't even have Jalen Hurts set for pretty much the entire fourth quarter because we were up 40-6. What's the point of trying? We already won. We knew it. So the garbage 16 points that they threw up there at the end, they shouldn't even count it. They shouldn't even been up on the board. Kansas City lost 40-6 in that game. 100% to Jalen Hurts and our defense and our O-line and everybody else, man. Absolutely insane. As Ty says, fly, Eagles fly. You know it, baby. You know it. Fly, Eagles fly. Mama Bear says, way to go, Eagles. Papa Mike with all the Eagles in this one. As Brianna says, who come up on Miller right there before Bubba hit him? I couldn't tell. I do believe it was the 41 right of Michael Murdoch. Unfortunately, Murdoch there in the BC Racing, the RC Paints. Number 41, unfortunately, got up there. It's got a little loose. I mean, that's just good, hard racing. We're starting to see that tire fall off, and drivers start to slide around a little bit more here at Iowa. That's kind of a normal thing that we get to see here at the Speedway, and unfortunately, just wrong place, wrong time for that 22 of Miller. Luckily enough, that car is fixed back up. He's back out there on the racetrack, and he's ready to kind of roll his way back up towards the front of the field here as he actually gets to restart roughly right around where he was on the racetrack. Is here we go. Josh Ely back onto the throttle. Ely looking to try to run away with this one. Ely out in front. Tyson Pankow working that inside lane, trying to get that jump on the 26 of Michael Light, but Light trying to hold on to position number 2 here, using a little bit more of that middle lane, and the fire FDC machine, the fire department, I don't know what the C stands for, but the Mac Tools, number 26 rolls there in position number 2 once again as Will Klein, Tyler Carnegie, our top 5 out there on the racetrack as here comes Charles Miners. Miners started all the way back in position number 15 on the Speedway. He's already up and into the 6th position, so he's been moving through the field here. That caution flag might have helped him out a little bit more as well, able to pass a few drivers that came down pit road. As we see Matthew Peacock right there behind him, Aaron Benschneider. There's Ryan Carnegie as Carnegie rolls there in position number 9. Here comes Caleb Tom to round out our top 10. Jeffrey Anders there in 11th as here comes that END Farms, the Mama Bear Papa Mike Promotion 67 ride at Ty Dickinson as Ty in the Sweet Tea Gang ride rolls there in position number 12 now on the Speedway, but does have some of those fresh tires trying to race his way up towards the front of the field. James Powell, Dwayne Worley, Randall Autry, Michael Murdoch, James Miller, Gregory Beasley Jr. bringing up the rear of the field here in this one. Is out in front. It is that 36 of Josh Ely who continues to lead the way. Since taking that race lead from Tyson Pankow, he's been out in front, showing each and every one of these drivers how to get it done, but Life has been right there with them. Hasn't really let him run away with it, but that fresh hit on the nose of the 36 couldn't play a major factor in whether or not he can get around that 36 right here today, or if he's going to have to try to maybe use a little bit of a bump and run, maybe make a move on that 36 to kind of open up the door. He's going to have to try to run where he's not out there on the racetrack, and right here gets a big run out of corner number 2. We'll see where he takes it. Looks like he's going to go to that middle groove. The 36 going to try to play a little defense here, but here he goes, looking to the outside. Can't quite get there. Dives down low quickly on that 36 of Josh Ely. They're going door to door down into corner number 1 as Light looking to take this race lead away. Things are going to get tight right there. They make a little contact down through 1 and 2 as Josh Ely not backing down, not giving an inch here to that 26. Once again, going to get tight down through 3 and 4. You see the 36 washes up the racetrack, almost makes heavy contact with that outside fence, and somehow Josh Ely still hanging on to that race lead. And as they battle door to door, Mason Pankow coming right back into the picture, but look out! There they go! Top 3 turned around. They're starting to pile up down here in corner number 1 and 2 as Light unfortunately washes up the racetrack, makes that contact there with Josh Ely. They go around. Unfortunately, Tyson Pankow nowhere to go, and a few other drivers getting some damage out of that, as well as everybody trying to get pointed back in the right direction. We could see it coming. We knew it was right there, and the possibility was right around the corner, and there it was. So watch this 26. He shoots it down low. He's trying to stay underneath that 36 right and hold that inside lane. Gets in there a little too far. The car gets loose. It washes up the racetrack. Unfortunately, washes up up, tags that left rear quarter panel of that 36 machine. Tyson Pankow coming in with a big head of steam here. He's not expecting it. He wants to see these guys continue on at the same speed and trying to stick right there with them. Unfortunately, as they get tied together, the 26 slowing down, the 36 slowing down, the 91 not realizing it, slams right into the back end of Lipe, and they go around hard contact up into the outside fence and into each other there for the 26 and that number 91 ride. A little bit of damage there as well for the 36 of Josh Ely, and then we saw, who's this? I do believe this is the 6 ride, unfortunately, here. Let me see if we can find the 6 machine of Matthew Peacock here. So Peacock trying to escape his way through here, trying to get checked up. Unfortunately, little contact. Minders in the 44 ride of Aaron Benschneider. The 6 machine also getting a pretty good piece there of the 91 ride as Tyson Pankow continues to roll down the racetrack. Everyone trying to get their cars pointed back in the right direction, and for most of them able to escape with none to very minimal damage, but others getting quite a bit of contact right there as our second caution flag of the day has been produced. We do see Pankow down pit side, Tyler Carnegie down there, Aaron Benschneider, Josh Ely down pit road, Ryan Carnegie, Michael Lipe all down pit side here, getting some repairs, getting some tires, and getting ready to roll back out onto the racetrack. And Sean's detail. Sean coming in with the love here in this one. Sean dropping that thumbs up on the broadcast. Joshua Peacock also coming in, showing the love with that thumbs up here on the race this afternoon. Is Stacy Benton. What's good, Stacy? How are you, my girl? How are you doing this afternoon? Stacy says, hey, good looking. How are you, Stacy, my girl? My gosh. Make me blush up in here. You can make me blush up here, girl. Come on now. You can't be saying cute stuff like that. You're going to make me blush up here in the booth. But I am doing very, very good. How you doing, darling? How you doing? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day as we get ready to play here once again. We do have a new race leader after our top 3 just took themselves out of this race. It is now the 5 ride of Will Klein. Klein out in front, leading the way. The 6 of Matthew Peacock up into second. Here's Caleb Todd in the JP Designs Down South Productions number 51 machine there in third. Ty Dickinson, the ENT Farms Mama Bear Papa Mike Promotions number 67 right there in fourth, with the 3 machine of Jeffrey Anders, the 27 of James Powell rounding out our top 6 as we are back to green flag racing. Will Klein with a great restart right there, and Klein quickly pulling out in front and looking to try to open up a big lead between himself and Matthew Peacock. Is Peacock right there? Now we see Ty Dickinson sliding up into third. So Ty now into that third spot is Mike Melissa Murdoch coming in, showing the love with the heart reaction. How are you, Mike? Melissa coming in, showing the love here in this one. Thomas Reed also coming in, dropping that thumbs up here on the broadcast. I appreciate that. Thomas coming in, showing the love here this afternoon is Kenny Rivera. What's good, Kenny? Kenny coming in, showing the love as well over there on YouTube. How you doing, brother? Hopefully you're having yourself a wonderful day and enjoying the broadcast over there on the YouTube broadcast, as we're live not only on Facebook and Twitch, but we're also live over here on Facebook as well, as we're pretty much live everywhere for everyone's viewing experience here this evening. As Mike Melissa Murdoch says, how much does a setup cost to get into this racing? It's honestly, it can get very, very expensive. It can get very pricey. It just all really depends on what route you want to go. You can go with buying the top of the line equipment right out of the get-go, but honestly, you get a pretty decent PC, either a built one or a used one, or even a brand new one for anywhere between $5,000 to $2,000. All depends. As we see contact, around goes Ty Dickinson. Dickinson turned around. Anders collected. The 27 of James Powell gets up the racetrack, gets a piece of him, and takes Sweet Tea out. And along with him, you see Anders in that down south production. Number 3 machine also turned the wrong direction here. Let's take a look and see what happens between these two. Is the 27 working down low? Unfortunately, just going to get in, and I'm not sure if either Ty's trying to get down the racetrack or the 27 trying to shoot from the middle. Nonetheless, they end up making some pretty heavy contact here. The 67 trying to make the corner here. The 27 not shooting down the racetrack at the same time, and kind of just a little bit of both drivers running for the same area on the racetrack, and all of a sudden they run out of room. They go around the 3 machine, heavy contact into the 27. He's just trying to keep that thing out of trouble. He's ended up going to go around here as well, up into the outside fence for that 3 machine. Heavy contact and damage for all 3 drivers. Good heads-up racing, though, by everybody else out there trying to avoid all the contact and mayhem right here. As, again, you just watch this 67. He's trying to make the corner here, so he's trying to shoot down the racetrack. He's trying to follow right in the tire tracks of the drivers in front of him. I'm not sure if he didn't realize the 27 was down lower. The 27 didn't shoot down at the same time as he kind of was, and that's where that initial contact's made. Just racing for that same real estate, and unfortunately heavy damage for all 3 cats right there. Hopefully they can get their cars repaired and back out there onto the racetrack, because we do see James Powell rolling back out. We do have Ty Dickinson. Looks like that car is repaired. He's jumping back out onto the racetrack. Now we have to keep an eye on that 3 machine. Can Anders rejoin this field and rejoin this race as well? As, yeah, so certain things, certain races, and certain tracks all kind of cost money as well there, Mike, as Mike Melissa Murdoch coming in showing the love as, yeah. So a computer, you know, it can run you anywhere, I would say probably, you know, lower end that can still run iRacing, just not to the top quality. You know, probably like that $300 to, you know, $500 range for like the low end, really cheap PCs. But you get something half decent, you know, 1,000, 1,500, 2K for a really good one. That will really get you going. And then all depends on what steering wheels you want to get. But, you know, you can get like a Logitech G920 or something like that. They're usually pretty good. A lot of the Logitechs, some of the Fanatics or Mazda Racing stuff is fairly decently priced. So for a couple $100, a few $100, you can get the wheel and pedals. And then a decent monitor, you know, it'll run you $100 to $200 for a decent monitor if you want to just go with a single monitor at the start and then progress into getting, you know, the triples or anything else. So it can run up there, and it builds up rather quickly, but it's one of those games that you can kind of go step by step and go with, you know, some of the lower end quality stuff at the start, and then progress and upgrade your system, upgrade your wheel, upgrade your monitors, and so forth over time. You don't have to just jump straight in and get all the best stuff right out of the beginning. As we go back to green flag racing, as Will Klein out in front. Papa Mike says no to Ty going around. Ty says I'll be back up there. Yeah, we expect it. We expect the time. We expect that, sweet tea. That's the least that you can do for everybody here in the chat, is get back up there. As Mama Bear says, dang it, Ty, as well. As we do see the caution flag coming back out here, as more contact, more issues a little deeper in the field, and cautions breeding cautions out here on the speedway. This time the 66 right, Charles Minders. It's getting pushed right there by the 27, sends it in there down low, and there's contact in front of him, and Michael Life, one of those drivers that was battling at the front of the field here early in this race. This is almost a reincarnation of what happened in our first race for the 26 ride. Ran at the front of the field, had a great car, and then all of a sudden throughout the middle portion and later portion of the race, tied up in quite a few different things. We do see Carnegie down low. They're almost 3 wide right here with Matthew Peacock to the outside of the 26. Ryan Carnegie, or actually it's Tyler Carnegie down on the inside, and they just run out of room. The 26, the 161, they get tied together, and then everyone trying to play dodge car here, trying to stay out of it. You see Ryan Carnegie, the 66, the 27, all get tied together right there. Hard contact for the 66 of Minders up into the outside fence. Look at Ty Dickinson trying to split the middle here to get through there, hoping to get no contact, and looks like he does a fantastic job avoiding all that carnage. Let's see if we can jump on board with Sweet T himself and see what he can see here from the driver's seat with the helmet cam here with Ty Dickinson. There's the contact. Everyone's starting to scatter. Everyone's starting to spin out. Drivers coming high, coming low. Ty's able to shoot the gap, go right down the middle there and avoid any of that contact and keep that car clean out there on the speedway, and he'll gain a few extra spots out there as that'll help get him back up towards the front of the field. As Stacy says, laugh out loud, you know you're my favorite. Just wanted to stop in and say hi, and I miss you. Oh, we miss you as well, Stacy. We miss you as well, my girl. I'm glad that you're in here. Glad that you're showing the love here tonight. And listen, you're one of my favorites as well. You're part of the family, so you're always one of the favorites here on Peacemaker Gaming. Any of our amazing followers or subscribers or anybody that shows the love, man, we appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for the info. I got you, no problem. Hey, if you got any questions, hit me up in DMs. We can always help you out. We can always get you pointed in the right direction more and more as well. Robert Carnegie might sell you his setup. I don't think he races anymore. There you go. There's a possibility right there. There's usually a lot of guys, a lot of really good, respectful, and good guys that aren't going to rip you off in a lot of the iRacing communities that'll help you point you in the right direction as well. Or a lot of times they have stuff for sale, guys that are getting out of it and everything else that have all the stuff that you need, and that they could sell it all at one time, a one-shot bang. Then I'm sure they cut you a pretty good deal and get it out of their hands, right? As Jeff McJeffrey, what's good, Jeff? Jeff coming in with the like on the stream. As Ty Dickinson said, point made. I had a good car in all of that. Yeah, a good car. Unfortunately, that's definitely not the way you wanted to go. Josh Peacock says adminning sucks, just in case anyone was wondering. Brother, I'm sure the fans in the stands might have been wondering, but me, I know it sucks, brother. I don't admin, but I have seen so many admins and what they have to deal with on a regular basis in a lot of leagues, man. I've seen a lot of leagues come and go just because of the adminning side of it, man. The admins, they deal with so much hassle and BS throughout a race, and even just throughout the week leading up to a race because of the race beforehand or a couple races beforehand, man. And everyone usually takes the admins, just take advantage of them, man. And they need to respect the admins and show the admins some love. Is to sit out and not race and just to be up there and trying to keep everybody under control and trying to keep things fair and clean out there on the speedway. Man, it goes wrong in a quick hurry. It's out in front. It's the 38 ride, Randall Autry. Autry leading the way here in this race, but now you do see our early race leader up into position number 2, that 36 ride of Josh Ely. Ely now back up into second. He's looking to go after that 38 ride for the race lead is Dwayne Worley. The Junkyard Jet rolls there in position number 3. Comes in Pancount back there in 4th is Matthew Peacock off that restart right there. Slid back a few positions. Now finds himself back in that 5th spot with Aaron Benschneider. Right there behind him is the RC Paints. LaBC Racing. Number 44 Ryan rolls there in position number 6. Ty Dickinson battling door to door with the 28 ride of Gregory Beasley Jr. as down the front straightaway the END Farms Papa Mike Promotion 67 ride back up into position number 7 and quickly trying to reel in that 44 machine. Is Michael Murdoch looking to try to make the move around the 28 as Gregory Beasley continue to slide backwards here. More in that middle to outside groove. Unfortunately, the 28 ride just not able to keep up pace here with some of these drivers inside the top 10 as he's now falling back in that 9th position. Maybe back to 10th as here comes Caleb Todd. Todd down low looking to make the move around the 28 ride. Now here comes Ryan Carnegie, James Powell, Michael Light right there in that 26 ride. They're going to make contact right there. Look out. Somehow or another, they're able to keep their cars pointed in the right direction. Ryan Carnegie was all but around there in corner number 3 and 4 as Light down low made that contact. Carnegie sideways on the racetrack, able to get that thing back under control, pointed in the right direction, and keeps on rolling back here in that 13th position as the 66 of Charles Myers rolls there in that 14th spot. Tyler Carnegie back here in that 15th position with Jeffrey Anders. Anders ends up with quite a bit of damage right here. Anders had the right front damage. I believe he ended up getting into the outside fence. I think he saw what was happening there in front of him with the 79 ride getting sideways. He washed up the racetrack and got into the outside fence, and unfortunately You now see the Pecker Stepper Motorsports ride head down pit road here during the green flag conditions as Will Klein back in the 16th spot here. James Miller down and out of this race. A tough break for the 22 of Miller as he's down and off the racetrack. Now we do see the 79 ride here. He's got that front right damage here as well. Now we see Ryan Carnegie head down pit side during the green flag. And for those drivers coming down pit side, fortunately, they're losing a lot of ground, a lot of laps out there. Going to lose at least a couple laps out there on the speedway. Coming down pit side during the green flag is out in front. We do see Josh Ely jump back out in front here as door-to-door action back there for position number 2. Is the Junkyard Jet, Dwayne Worley, looking to take that second spot away from the 38 ride of Randall Autry. Autry trying to hold on to that spot as here comes the 91 ride. Tyson Pankin right there ready to pounce as well as that's bringing the rest of the field right to their back bumper as they battle door to door up here in the front of the field. It's opened up the door now for Ty Dickinson to work down low underneath the 44 ride of Aaron Benschneider for position number 6 on the racetrack. Michael Murdoch right there as well. He's joining that battle at the front of the field, and this is exactly what Josh Ely wants to see as he's starting to open up a bit of a lead here as Ely out in front commanding this race and showing these drivers that he's the one to get it done here this afternoon as we've just rolled over halfway in and halfway to go here in this race. Is down across the line. We will see 35 more laps of racing action. 35 more laps here this evening with the Bulletproof Late Model Series. And we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker game and crank it up. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we crank it up here on Peacemaker Gaming. Caution flag on the racetrack there. Ty Dickinson getting tied up in another one here this afternoon as the 67 ride trying to keep himself out of trouble here, but 3 wide as the 44 down low. The 6 right to his outside, and all of a sudden they're just going to run out of room in the little bit of neck code right there as well, not helping the 67 ride out as Ben Schneider gets into the 67, then 67 bounces into the 6 of Peacock. You see the 41 ride of Murdoch. He gets a hard piece of that 44 ride as both the 67 and the 44 are going to make contact again there on the hindsight of corner 1 and 2. Heavy break right there for both of those drivers, and for Matthew Peacock in the 41 also got quite a bit of damage right there as well. Oh man, heavy hits here for all these guys. Is unfortunately 4 cars just getting absolutely tore up right there through corner number 1 and 2, and that's a tough break. That's a tough hit there for a bunch of them. Hopefully they still got those quick repairs to get their cars back out there. Each and every one of them right there. Hopefully they get their cars repaired, as we do see Ty Dickinson head down pit road. Here comes Aaron Benschneider, Matthew Peacock also down pit side here. Michael Murdoch also down pit road. Same with the 161 right to Tyler Carnegie. Is Carnegie looking to get his car repaired here as well, as we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a little bit. That's going to shake things up here once again, as Ty Dickinson says 3 wide. Why not? Why not 3 wide? You know, it looked like fun there for a split second. You know, it looked pretty good for a little bit until it didn't, but nonetheless, we keep on rocking and rolling here this afternoon. Drivers getting their repairs, trying to get back into the racetrack. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Iowa Speedway is out in front. That 36 right of Josh Ely. Ely continuing to lead the way here in this one, with Dwayne Worley in second. Tyson Pankow, Randall Autry, and now Michael Light back up inside the top 5 for the 26. Caleb Todd, James Powell, Charles Miners, Gregory Beasley Jr., Tyler Carnegie, and Will Klein rounding out our top 10 here on the racetrack, as we're going to stacked up, racked up, and ready to go back to green flag racing here this afternoon, as Josh Ely looking to continue to lead the way and trying to pick up a big checkered flag here this evening and help to advance and grow his points lead over everybody else here in the series. We'll get ready to go back to battle here in just a few more moments. We'll continue on with our Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up when we go back to green flag racing.
Engines roar like a beast. Cheering crowd can't sit still. Rubber burns on concrete. Fight for glory, thrill to kill. To the finish line we drive. Screeching wheels we come alive. Speed demons through the night. Racing with all our might. Fuel gauge dancing low. Sweat drips, countdown slow. Wind cutting faces now. Victory, a solemn vow.
Alrighty, caution flag back out on the racetrack here in this one. Contact up inside our top 5, the 66 of Minders and the 27 ride of James Powell getting tied together here, and that will bring a close to our Peacemaker Gaming crank it up here this afternoon. So we'll get these drivers locked and loaded, ready to go back to battle here in just a few more moments. Give it up for all these cats. A great crank it up session right there, giving us the sights and sounds around the beautiful Iowa Speedway here this afternoon as we had just under 20 laps left to go here in this race. We inch closer and closer to that checkered flag as Josh Ely continues to lead the way. Let's take a look back here and see this caution flag as there was contact back here behind our race leader as these guys were battling hard here for multiple laps. And right there you see that contact, 27 sideways over the nose of the 66. They make more contact down through corner 1 and 2, and our admin seeing that happen makes the call to throw that caution flag, as that could have been a lot worse for a lot of drivers, as I'm not sure. Is the 27 cut down right there? As the 66 come up? Both these drivers are right there tight together. Unfortunately, it's going to run out of room. So the 66 is kind of migrating up the racetrack, but the 27 also coming down. And almost the exact same scenario that we saw down into corner number 3 between Ty Dickinson and the 27 ride as well. So unfortunately, contact there. Both drivers do a fantastic job even after making that initial contact and even getting a little net code, more contact right there and keeping them their cars pointing in the right direction. The yellow flag comes back out, and that will make things a little bit more interesting here as Josh Ely had a pretty sizable lead right there, almost a second between himself and that 26 of Michael Leip. Now Leip will start right on his back bumper, or right there to his outside or inside here, so he'll start in the second spot now with Tyler Carnegie up into position number 3. Ty Dickinson there in position number 4 and looking for more. The 6 ride of Matthew Peacock back inside the top 5 with Aaron Benschneider, Michael Murdoch, James Powell, Tyson Pankow, Dwayne Worley, Charles Minders, Caleb Todd, Will Klein, Randall Autry, Gregory Beasley Jr., back there in position number 15, and then we see Jeffrey Anders. He's a couple laps down. He's now scored in the 16th position. Ryan Carnegie, who's out there, he's multiple laps down in 17th, and James Miller, unfortunately, off of the racetrack, as both Anders and Carnegie both had to make green flag pit stops, and that put them multiple laps down here, and unfortunately, they're looking to try to regain those laps and hoping to see more caution flags and more carnage where they can maybe leapfrog a few extra drivers and gain a few extra points out there on the racetrack. As John Schmidt says, let's go Ty. It's a long way to the front. Well, that caution flag helped Sweet Tea out quite a bit right there, and that actually moves Sweet Tea now into position number 4 and looking for more here on this restart. We'll see if you can try to get a good launch here with the 26 right there in front of him, but it's Josh Ely who will start in that top spot here. He is the driver that gets the launch first. He's the driver that controls the pace of the restart. And that 36 ride of Josh Ely looking to try to hold off Michael Leip and looking to pick up a big checkered flag here this afternoon, knowing that that could really open up his points lead here as he came into this 4th race as our points leader. As Ty says, we're going to run out of fuel. Ty, you're going to run out of fuel? Why wouldn't you have pitted right there, brother? Why would you not have pitted right there? Got that thing topped up and back out there onto the racetrack. I'm sure we'll see a couple more caution flags where maybe you can save a little bit out there, but maybe those caution flags would help you move forward through the field again here. And by the end of the race, maybe other drivers running out of fuel, maybe you could set yourself up here, but that's a tough one right there, man. That's a tough one. Last down pit road on lap number 46. So what is that? That's about a 24-lap run, 25-lap run right there for Ty Dickinson. I feel like you should have enough fuel, unless you didn't get that thing filled up, as we are back to green flag racing. Ty Dickinson trying to keep that thing going in the right direction as he's got Matthew Peacock right there behind him. He's stacked up there a little bit. Now here comes the 91 of Tyson Pankow. Pankow trying to work his way back up towards the front of the field after coming down pit road right there. Here comes the number 51 of Caleb Todd as well. You can see the 44 of Aaron Benschneider up into the outside fence there through corner number 1, and unfortunately pretty good right side damage for that 44 ride. He slides back into the 14th position. Is Josh Ely able to hold on to the race lead right now? With that 26 of Michael Leip sticking right to his back bumper. Tyler Carnegie, he's up there in that 3rd position. I believe Carnegie came home in that 3rd spot earlier in the season here at Iowa Speedway, and looking to reenact that, or maybe try to get a couple extra spots here on the racetrack, as they got a pretty sizable lead between themselves and Matthew Peacock. Peacock jumps up into that 4th position. Ty Dickinson back there in 5th. And they're a few seconds back of our race leader already here on the racetrack. So Ely, Leip, and Carnegie, the commanding 1, 2, and 3 out there on the speedway right now. They do not want to see that caution flag fly, as you do see that 36 of Ely trying to open up the race lead ever so slightly here. But Ely was last down pit road on lap number 25. I don't know if Ely needs to come back down pit road here in this race and get fuel. Maybe the 26 as well, or maybe they got their tanks completely filled out there on the racetrack, as they're not looking like they're slowing down or trying to save fuel or really stressing too much. I've got another caution flag on the racetrack. If it's 30 laps of a run, they got to be very, very close to running out of fuel here in the next little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see on when that fuel is going to run out, who was able to really top their lines up or have the calculators working overtime to make sure they got the right amount of fuel into their cars late in this race. As Papa Mike says, keep digging, time, keep digging. John Schmidt with the palm to the face emojis. We like that one. We like that one right there. As we see down across the line, only 13 more laps left to go here in this feature event. So we are clicking them down, and we're getting closer and closer to that checkered flag, as Ely, Leip, and Carnegie 1, 2, and 3 on the speedway. 1.8 seconds back here from that 3rd place driver. The RC Paints, the BC Racing number 161 ride. He's got almost 2 seconds, basically 2 seconds now between himself and Matthew Peacock. Is Peacock almost battling door to door here with Ty Dickinson, as Ty looking to try to make the move around that number 6 machine, but it's going to open up the door here for the 91 ride. As that's Tyson Pankow. Pankow down low. He's looking to move back inside the top 5. Here comes that junkyard jet. Dwayne Worley right there as well. Worley, he's looking to try to jump up here and join that top 5 battle, as well as Sweet T will cut from the high side down to the bottom side, right to the back bumper of the 91 ride of Tyson Pankow. See if he can try to move around this 6 machine, as well as Matthew Moore. What's good, Matthew? Matthew coming in. Drop that thumbs up here on the broadcast as well. How are you, Matthew? Coming in, showing the love here this event. It's the 4-1 ride. Michael Murdoch right there in that 8th position. He's trying to join that fight up there for a top 5 drive. Same with Charles Miners, the 51 of Caleb Todd. He's trying to hold on to that 10th position, as Will Klein working down to his inside. Randall Autry right there, as well as the 44 of Aaron Benschneider, as you do see Jeffrey Anders now into the 14th position. Ryan Carnegie into position number 15. James Powell, unfortunately multiple laps down the 27, now sits back in 16th, with Gregory Beasley off the racetrack and James Miller also off the speedway here in this one. As Josh Ely out in front, Ely continuing to lead the way here. Ely out in front, less than a car length down in that corner number 3 between him and Leip. Leip looking to try to take this lead from the 36 ride, as Mama Bear says, who was in charge of putting fuel in? Yeah, whoever your fuel man is, you definitely need to fire him, as the 27 ride up on the high side, just jumping up there out of the way of our race leaders. Obviously struggling with that 27, way off the pace here. That right front brake tore up here, and you may be looking to head back down pit road right here, down onto the apron, but everyone else kind of squeezed by him there, and he'll keep on rolling it and taking it right down pit lane. Don't stop right there. Oh, luckily enough, no caution flag right there. I thought he wasn't going to be down and off the racetrack, where they may have called that caution flag for being stopped on the speedway. Luckily enough, we keep it clean and green, as Ely Michael Life, Tyler Carnegie, they did not want to see a caution flag right there. They got a 2.5-second gap between that third-place driver and our fourth-place driver, Tyson Pankow. Matthew Peacock rounding out our top 5 as Ty Dickinson rolls there in position number 6. Dwayne Worley there in 7th. Michael Murdoch, Charles Miners, and Caleb Todd still hanging on to the top 10 here on the Speedway. But right now, as these two inch closer and closer to the checkered flag, the intensity starting to build is nice and easy down through corner number 3 and 4. Across the line, they will click off another lap, and we see 5 more laps left to go here this afternoon. 5 more laps for these drivers to duke it out and settle this one here on the racetrack. Is Lipe putting the pressure on the back bumper, looking to make a move, shoot down low into corner number 4, and they make contact down through 3 and 4. Lipe gets a piece of the 36 of Josh Ely for the second time here this afternoon. That's the second time we've seen them come together battling for the race lead. Lipe gets another piece of the 36 as the 36 run, he's doing everything that he possibly can to try to keep that 26 run back there at bay. And now he can block, so he moves down, tries to block that inside lane here. But down through corner number 3 and 4, he's not going to give him really any room. The 26 ends up hitting the apron right there. As he hits the apron, just neck codes up into the 36 run. That's what gets that 36 spun sideways, sliding down through corner number 3 and 4. And unfortunately, for Josh Ely, not the way you wanted things to go, as he was looking to try to extend that points lead, and now going to be at the back of the pack here, and those tires definitely going to be flat spotted after sliding down through 3 and 4, so he takes his car down pit side. Here comes Ty Dickinson as well, who would have been a benefactor right there to move inside the top 5 here on the afternoon, but it looks like he'll head down pit road and get that fuel that he needed, as he was looking like he was going to be just a little bit shy of potentially running out of fuel here. So even with that caution flag, felt like he needed to come down pit road, and he's going to get stopped before his box here. Ends up missing his pit stall. Ty says, how are they making it for fuel? I do not know, brother. I do not know. I mean, I'm assuming they can add fuel. I'm assuming they added a full tank. Maybe, I don't know how long a full tank here in these cars gets you, but nonetheless, right, down pit road, he's going to get rolling back out here onto the racetrack. Same with that 36 of Josh Ely. Both drivers will now be scored back in the 12th and 13th positions here for that restart. We also see Luke Klein having some connection issues right there. Looks like things are settled as the 26 of Michael Lipe may have been the benefactor right there of that move and the contact between him and the 36 of Josh Ely, and that puts him out in front of this field, now leading the way. But right there behind him, we see Tyler Carnegie. Carnegie would love to try to put this RC Paints BC Racing number 161 right up and in victory lane. Same with Tyson Pankow. He'd love to find another checkered flag here on the season as he rolls there in 3rd. And we see Matthew Peacock back there in 4th. Dwayne Worley, the Junkyard Jet, looking for a great run here this afternoon, sits in that 5th position with Michael Murdoch, Charles Minders, Caleb Todd, Will Klein, and Randall Autry now our top 10 here on the Speedway. Aaron Benschneider back there in 11th with Josh Ely, Ty Dickinson, our top 13, still on the lead lap, and then Jeffrey Anders, they are now back on the lead lap as well. So the down south production number 3 ride up and into that 14th position, and now being the last driver on the lead lap is Ryan Carnegie. Back there in the 15th spot, he is the first driver, at least one, but looks like multiple laps down here for the 79 ride as James Powell down pit side in the 27, Gregory Beasley and James Miller both off the speedway as well. So we'll get them stacked up, we'll get them racked up, we'll get ready to go back to green flag racing in what could be our final restart of the afternoon. Should see 4 laps left to go down across the line here in this race. So could be a 4-lap shootout biting another caution flag and a re-rack here on the speedway. So we'll have to wait and see if we get that white flag and the checker flag before the next yellow flag will fly here at Iowa Speedway. As Lipe in the 26 trying to hold on to the race lead, he has elected to start here. He's elected to restart in position number 1 on the outside groove. So interesting choice right there, but gets a great launch. Maybe fired a little bit early right there. I'm not sure what the rules are, but definitely not down from the Geico restart zone. But as soon as that pace car hit pit lane, he fires first and quickly onto the throttle, and that's allowed him to open up a 3, 4, 5 car length gap now between himself and Tyler Carnegie. Unfortunately for everybody else, that set them quite a ways back here as Tyson Pankow trying to battle door to door here with Matthew Peacock. Looks like he will stay in that 3rd position. Peacock now trying to hold off the Junkyard Genesis. Dwayne Worley looking to try to take position number 4 away from him. You do see that 36 right of Josh Ely already back up into the 8th position. Josh trying to race his way back up towards the front of the field here. He's trying to click off these laps as fast as possible, trying to hunt these guys down, trying to put himself into a solid finishing position. Is out in front, the 26 right. Nice and easy down across the line. We'll click off another lap, and we see 2 more to go here this afternoon. Only 2 more laps of racing action as the Island 26, the FTC machine, leads the way here, has a sizable lead, about 4 or 5 car lengths down the back straightaway into corner number 3 is Tyler Carnegie trying to hunt him down. Carnegie rolls there in 2nd, is down across the line. We will see that white flag fly, so the next flag will end it no matter what, whether it's the checkered flag or the caution flag. This will be our final lap on the afternoon as Michael Light leads us down the back straightaway for the final time here this evening. Heads down into corner number 3. One more chance, one more shot for the 161. Carnegie can't quite get there as the 26 out of corner number 4 will drive it back down across the line, and it's Michael Light who picks up the checkered flag here at Iowa Speedway in our 4th race of the Bulletproof Late Model Series. Light gets it done with Carnegie right there in position number 2. A solid run there for Tyler as Tyson Pankow will round out our top 3 in position number 3 as Matthew Peacock and Dwayne Worley, the Junkyard Jet, will round out our top 5. Minders there in 6 in the 66 with Josh Ely battling back for a 7th place finish as Will Klein, Aaron Benschneider, Caleb Todd, Ty Dickinson, Randall Autry, Jeffrey Anders, Michael Murdoch, and Ryan Carnegie round out our top 15 here this afternoon. A great run, though, as Light gets it done. He's going to get ready to celebrate down on the front straightaway, and we'll get ready to pull our top 3 up and into the broadcast booth for their post-race interviews. So post-race interviews coming up next. We'll get them up here into the booth and get these drivers in here for a little post-race action. Take us through what they were kind of thinking, what was going through their mind if they're on the racetrack as our race winner. Michael Light sitting there as Ty says, Catheter boys survive. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's what we wanted to hear. No bathroom breaks either, which is perfect. It's perfect for you. It's almost fitting for your driving style out there, Ty. I'm just kidding, brother. I hope it gets better in a quick hurry for you, and they get to take that bad boy out of you. I'm sure that's super uncomfortable, and hoping for the best. Hopefully that it's nothing serious or more serious, and hopefully gets fixed up in a quick hurry. As we get Michael Light down here in the interview waiting room, let's pull him up here into the broadcast booth for his post-race interview as Aaron Benschneider, Mr. Benschneider, coming in with that heart reaction. How are you, brother? Showing the love here in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get Michael Light up here into the booth. Hey, Michael, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. Did you get a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Michael, man, what a run, what a drive, man. Take us back through this one as it was back and forth, up and down day for you as we saw you quickly work yourself up into 2nd, then a little contact there between you and Ely. It got you guys spun around. Pankow gets tied up in that one, and you guys go to the back of the pack. You try to race your way back up through there. You get tied up in a couple more incidences, and then late in this race, it's down to you in that 36 ride once again, and unfortunately, a little bit of a block down the back straightaway from the 36 gets you down onto the apron, and as you're on the apron, a little bit of net code right there, and unfortunately for the 36 ride, he goes around again, but it gives you the late race lead, and you take advantage of it as you hit the marks on the restart, able to open up a big gap between yourself and Tyler Carnegie, and able to pull away and pick up another checkered flag here on the season.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, first off, I mean, I hate that happened. Or, I tried to get up under him 3 or 4 times there. There in the beginning of the race was definitely my fault. I picked up the gas and hit that bump right there in 1 and 2, and it just bounced me up into him, and we spun out there early in the race. But there towards the end, I did did what I could to try to. I was just watching him burn his right front up. The whole even from the start there, I was just lifting and trying to keep the right front on it from the beginning, just kind of cruising, trying to not push up off the corner and save tire. And then it was. I think it would have been a really good race. I hate that happened there. I don't like getting them like that.
Yeah, definitely a tough break to contact there. You try to give him room. Unfortunately, the iRacing netcode sometimes is everybody's worst enemy out there on the racetrack, and that one right there, looked like there was a good gap between you still, but the netcode just unfortunately tags him right there in that left rear quarter panel. Nothing he can really do except for slide around and hope for the best and hope no one else runs him over there. And for Ely, definitely not the day that he wanted, but definitely the day that you wanted, is you're able to find victory lane here once again after the first couple races. Got off to a rocky start for you. The last couple have been very, very good as you've been able to find your way up into victory lane the last two Mondays and trying to battle your way back into the championship contention here after another good performance like that.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's the biggest reason, to be honest, why I hate that happened with Ely there at the end, because right now he's leading the points, and so that's not what I want to do to anybody. I'm not in here for that. And I feel like I've had to come from the back quite a bit of times in every single one of these races, and for the most part, with the exception of a couple mistakes I've made, I've passed everybody pretty clean. So that's definitely not what I wanted. But happy to be back up here. It was nice to get that one, just not the way I wanted to get it, and then wish we could have raced it out there. But I appreciate Josh putting this on. It's been pretty good show the past couple weeks, so keep that going. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Last couple of weeks with Josh taking the bullet here and taking himself out of the driver's seat and put him up into the admin booth to make sure things kind of stay under control and clean and green out there on the racetrack. And it sucks for him, but it's made for some great racing here the last couple of weeks. And another good one here tonight is to park that 26 back up in victory lane here tonight. Michael, who would you like to thank for such a great run and great performance here this evening?
Yeah, just Josh putting this on. You doing the broadcast, man. You guys do an awesome job. You do a great job with the broadcast. And then my buddies back in the chat, we race pretty much every single night, and sometimes we run 10, 11, 12 races, and we run asphalt, dirt, whatever case may be, or the Pro 4 trucks. So I think that's the biggest thing is I appreciate them racing with me and getting as many laps on here as we can. It makes a difference.
Absolutely, brother. It's all about that seat time and the experience and just being out there having fun on the simulator. And look like you're definitely having fun here in this one, especially when you can find yourself up in victory lane. As Michael, you get back-to-back wins. Can we expect maybe more of the same next week and see this 26 back up here for, maybe the three-peat that Kansas City Chiefs can pull off last night?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I got a point to prove next week. I'm going to earn it the right way. So definitely don't want to earn it that way that would happen tonight. So we'll definitely going to shoot for that 30 in a row.
Beauty. Well, Michael, we can't wait to see you back out there, man. Congratulations again on the checkered flag here this afternoon, and we'll see you, hopefully out there on the racetrack, but right back up here in the broadcast booth next Monday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner, Michael Leip, as Leip picks up the checkered flag and pulls himself up and into victory lane here this evening. Is my boy Aaron Benschneider. Aaron coming in showing the love here in this one, says thanks for the stream, Peacemaker Gaming and Peacock for the league, and with the 200-star bombing here in this one. We appreciate that, brother, coming in showing the big love here this afternoon with another 200-star bombing, man. We appreciate that, showing the love here. We appreciate all of our star senders and supporters and all the fans in the stands that have been watching and cheering on all these drivers and dropping the stars and everything throughout the evening, man. You guys are absolutely amazing, and we love each and every one of you as we'll get ready to pull in our second place finisher. The 161 ride having another solid performance here at Iowa Speedway. It's Tyler Carnegie, as Carnegie will come home in position number 2 here this afternoon. We'll pull him up here into the broadcast booth. Hey Tyler, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. They get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Tyler, man, another solid run for you here at Iowa. I don't know if this place is starting to grow on you or what, but a couple good finishes here on the season. And, you know, that 161 ride starting to inch closer and closer to potentially becoming our points leader here on the season after, you know, already half the season being down, half of it left to go. You got to be feeling pretty confident and pretty happy with some of the performances that you've been able to have. Just, unfortunately, that you haven't been able to find victory lane yourself.
Yeah, I haven't got a win yet, but that's all right. I'm pretty confident in these things. I don't know why. I feel like I could just drive him to the front.
Yeah, and you've done that time and time again here on the season, even after running into issues, getting tied up in some of the carnage that's unfolded on the racetrack, and you seem to always bounce back and find your way up towards the front of the field, and that's proved it perfectly as you came in tonight as the third place in points, and, you know, depending on, you know, where Michael lines up, or Panko, who was right there behind you, or that 36 at Ely, who came home in 7th, you know, you could still be inside the top 3, maybe even towards the, you know, front of the field here going into our 5th race of the season. So that's got to feel pretty dang good knowing that you've been so good and so consistent over the first half of the season.
Yeah, I'm glad we've been racing the way we have. I'm not really a points guy, but I've been keeping a little eye on it, and just gotta finish out the way we started.
Absolutely, brother. Well, here at Iowa, you're able to get another solid run. You parked that 161 right up here on the podium. A second place finish here this afternoon, man. Take us kind of back through this race and what's going through your mind right now as you sit there on the front straightaway.
Yeah, I couldn't really qualify worth the damn, and I kind of ran up through the field real quick, and then we pitted. Then I spun out wide or Lipe, whatever, and had to come from the back again. Then I short pitted, just got right sides, and I think that's what gave me enough tires to get up to the podium.
Absolutely. Well, it was a very solid run and another great day here for the BC Racing 161 ride. Tyler, who would you like to thank for such a great run and strong performance here this afternoon?
Yeah, I'd like to thank BC Racing, Leather Lung Design, you know, Peacock for putting it on, my brothers for watching, my parents, uh, you for putting on the broadcast, and yeah.
Absolutely, brother. Well, hey, we got 4 more of these races, and you're right there within striking distance of picking up some checkered flags and potential championship here on the season. We can't wait to see how it all unfolds for you again here next Monday, and hopefully right back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe one spot better, and find that 161 ride up here in victory lane. Tyler, congratulations on the second place run, and we'll see you back out there next week.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You as well.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, give it up there for Tyler Carnegie as Carnegie comes home in position number 2. What a run and what a drive there for the 161 ride, as Josh Ely says, good win. Good win, he says. I'm sure you got a lot more to say than that, Ely. I'm sure you got quite a bit to say. That's a tough break, you know, twice getting that contact from the 26 ride. I know he definitely, you know, what was feeling pretty gutted about making that contact and getting tied up there with you a couple times, especially there late in the race. But, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one for our points leader coming into the afternoon, having a great car, leading a ton of laps, and twice having that contact and going around and that late in the race, not much you could do, but able to battle back at least for a 7th place run there for Ely as we'll get ready to pull our 3rd place finisher here this afternoon. It's the 91 rider Tyson Pankow, as Josh says, GW next week is another story to write. It is. It's always, you just got to keep focused on, the task at hand. Sometimes things just don't go your way, and race is over, checker flag is out. Nothing you can do can change the past, and you just got to keep on moving forward, and we love to hear that out of you. That's the championship mentality right there out of Josh Ely coming out as we get ready to pull Mr. Pankow up here into the booth. Hey, Tyson, it's Aaron up here on the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Tyson, man, another solid run, another great drive for you here this afternoon as you once again get tied up in a couple incidences out there on the speedway, but you're able to battle back late in this race and put yourself back up onto the podium here on the season.
Yeah, we were. I set the fastest lap in qualifying, and I figured that out, but I still really ain't figured out how to save the right front. I thought I was managing it pretty good that first long flag, long green run, and after that it just we got in that wreck. The top three of us did, and we went to the back, and I don't know, I couldn't get it going. So I'll take third. It was I was going to get fourth. I pitted late trying to get tires, thinking, we're going to get a caution or two, and I'll get these guys because they're up there racing their guts out, and it never really happened. And then I got a bad restart on that last restart, and it wasn't good. But it was a good points day nevertheless, and we'll take it and move on to Irwindale next week.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all you can do sometimes out there, is just try to manage and get all you can out there on the racetrack. And you're able to do a great job of that, where a lot of guys, they get down and out and maybe, count themselves out of a race. And you stuck to it all afternoon, and here you are getting paid off with another solid podium finish. Tyson, who would you like to thank for another great run and another great drive out there on the racetrack?
I got to thank Peacock for putting this on. This is his deal, and he's actually setting out adminning and not really having fun doing that, I'm sure, and hopefully we can get it back in the driver's seat here for too long. Want to thank Josh again for the awesome wrap on the race car. JP Designs, 09 laser engravings. Josh Ely does amazing work. Bulletproof Motorsports, all the guys, we racing good together and learning things, and you for the broadcast, you do a damn good job.
I appreciate that, brother. Well, Tyson, another great run, another great drive here this afternoon. We can't wait to see you back in action next Monday. Hopefully see you right back up here in the broadcast booth, and maybe again a couple spots better and back up into victory lane here on the season.
We'll hope.
Well, enjoy the rest of your night, and congratulations again on the third place run.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You do. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Tyson Pankow. As Pankow coming home in position number 3 here this afternoon. Some great racing, some great runs out there on the speedway. A little bit of beating and banging, a little bit of elbows up racing, and a couple caution flags to really mix things up here this afternoon. But these drivers, man, they put on a heck of a show and another amazing race for us to enjoy here this afternoon. So if you haven't already and you guys enjoyed the racing action, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and subscribe button. Become part of the Peacemaker family today, as unfortunately that will do it for us here this afternoon. Now, I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in and showing the love, even if you're just sitting back, relaxing, watching the racing action here unfold, or if you're, jumping in, dropping the likes on the broadcast, hitting that share button, hitting that follow or subscribe button, becoming a part of the Peacemaker family, or any of our donators coming in, showing the love as well, man. I appreciate each and every single one of you, as Josh Ely says first and second tied for points at 163. Third and fourth is tied at 161. Ooh, baby, that's some tight points right there. That is tight points. As he says, Lipe is first, Pankow second, Carnegie and Ely tied there in for that third and fourth position, and Klein back in fifth. But man, that is crazy. Top 4 separated by 2 points. halfway through the season, and man, oh man, it's going to be a dogfight right down to the very end. So if you guys don't want to miss any of the racing action, if you guys don't want to miss any of the absolute amazing stuff here on Peacemaker Gaming, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, make sure you turn those bell notifications on. That way you never miss it when we go live here on Peacemaker Gaming. But I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in, showing all the love here this afternoon, and I will see you guys back in here in the next one. Peace out for now, baby. Peace out for now, ladies and gentlemen. What a run, what a race, what a show.
Engines roar like a beast. Cheering crowd can't sit still. Rubber burns on concrete. Fight for glory, thrill to kill. To the finish line we drive. Screeching wheels we come alive. Speed demons through the night. Racing with all our might. Fuel gauge dancing low. Sweat drips, countdown slow. Wing cutting faces now. Victory, our solemn vow. To the finish line we drive. Screeching wheels we come alive. Speed demons through the night. Racing with all our might. With all our might. Fuel gauge dancing low. Sweat drips, countdown slow. Wing cutting faces now. Victory, our solemn vow. To the finish line we drive. Screeching wheels we come alive. Speed demons through the night. Racing with all our might. Adrenaline rush we crave. Pushing past edges brave. Life in fast lane feeding fire. Tracks our only true desire. Helmet on, focused eyes. Crowds roar, reaches skies. Pit stop, seconds to spare. In this war, no place for care.